I have to just give a little bit of an introduction here about our guest, Linda Scheele. Linda has owned 4 businesses. After closing her wine distributions company 3 years ago, Linda, why did you do that? She decided at age 73 to become a yoga teacher. And I think that speaks volumes as to who you are. Linda is certified in yoga, including cancer yoga. She teaches mat yoga as well as chair yoga to all age groups, but mostly seniors. Linda is also a Reiki master. Linda is a slacker, apparently. I don't know. I could go on and on, but I really want to give you some airtime. So, Linda, welcome to Preferred Company.
Thank you. That was a heck of an introduction.
There you go. If you had a theme song, we would have played it for you. I have to tell our listeners that I was fortunate enough to receive your DVD and your CD, and
as was I.
And we did. I don't know if you had a chance, Joel, but I actually did the chair yoga because I really wanted to see. And I'm going to tell you, Linda, I felt the burn. Nicely.
Did you really?
Oh, yes, I did.
I'm really glad to hear that because that's what I want you to feel. It's not just because we're older doesn't mean, I'm telling you, Fran, I've got so many wonderful, wonderful clients. I taught a class yesterday and oh my God, the things, and this was a mat class and they're in their 80s.
Wow.
And they're doing everything. You just don't think that people, as we get older, and I'm guilty too, even though I'm not like that, I'm still guilty. You just think that just because you're older, it's ageism. This is the way we think. And it's sad because these people were doing things that advanced yoga people do. And I've been teaching them for 3 years, so it's not something new. But it's amazing how much you can do as you age.
Well, you are probably the poster child. First of all, you're stunning. You look fabulous. You are in great shape.
You
have a wonderful voice also. I actually put the CD in my car and I had to stop because I'm like, you can't drive and listen to this meditation because you are lulling me into that
you're
place.
Not supposed to.
I know. Right. Well, I found that out. But you're lulling us into that wonderful place. So I'm going to let you decide exactly where you want to go today because you have so much about breathing. You talk about chronological, biological, physiological age. You talk about age reversal. So I'm going to give you the floor and let you tell our listeners what you think is important for them to know.
Well, I think it's several things, but, I'll start with the difference between the chronological and the biological and physiological or psychological and what that means. So the chronological age is the amount of years that you've been on this planet, but your true age is really your biological. And it's a measurement of how well your physiological systems are functioning, like your blood pressure or your body fat, your immune system, your bone density, cholesterol. Those are called your biomarkers. And you compare them with your group average. So if you're 70 years old and your group average is whatever for blood pressure, and it's lower than that, then you are biologically younger. Oh. And that means you actually are younger. Your body is younger. And there's also, which I think is as important, is your psychological age, which it determines how old do you feel. I mean, do you ever ask yourself, how old do I feel today?
Depends on what time of day.
And isn't that
this morning at 5:30, I was up there.
Not so bad.
Yeah, right.
But your ability to learn and remember and have your emotional functioning, handle your feelings, the age you feel may very well be the most important factor determining your health, your happiness, and your longevity.
I like it.
But I think there are several things that, my goodness, I have a talk to give tomorrow for an hour on aging. So I get carried away with this stuff.
Well, I'm going to reel you in because you have, sadly, we only have about 5 minutes for you to cover your hour-long conversation.
Okay.
But I know breathing, movement, and meditation, I believe those are the 3 things that you really like to focus on.
Exactly. I think that, well, we all know, obviously, for obvious reasons, breathing is the most important thing you do. But there was a study done at the Boston University School of Medicine, and they took 5,000 people, and they studied their breathing habits for 30 years. What they determined at the end of that time was the amount of times you breathe in a minute determines how long you're going to live and how healthy you're going to be. So when I say this to a group or anybody, they look at me like, should I breathe faster?
They start panting, immediately panting.
Yes, exactly, hyperventilating. Right. And actually, you should breathe around 16. But the thing of it is, it's not just the breathing, it's how you breathe. Have you ever taken yoga?
I have.
Okay. Did they teach you the breathing through your nose and out your nose?
I used to breathe through my nose and out my mouth, but that's not right, is it?
Okay. Well, there are several modalities like Tai Chi and Qigong that do breathe out the mouth. And it's not the breathing out the mouth that's the important thing, although there's a reason, but I won't go into that now. The breathing in is the most important. So when you breathe in, your belly comes out and you breathe up into your chest. And then when you exhale, your chest contracts and you pull your belly in. But if you breathe like this, say 10 times in an hour, which is less than a minute, you reduce your stress by 40%. That's absolutely huge.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know. And these are simple things. These are things that anybody can do. So breathing is extremely, extremely important. And exercise. Exercise is the number one thing that every scientist finally agrees on for your health. That's what you need when you get older. You have to move. So balance, strength, all of these things, flexibility. If you can't turn around, you shouldn't be driving a car, but of course we do.
Right. No, it's true. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You can't all of a sudden, you can't bend over. What is that? That's not your muscles. That's your fascia. That's another whole story. Maybe that'll be another segment on your radio show. But exercise is so, so important. You have to move, even if it's walking around a mall, something to move. And also nutrition. I have a great story about that. It's something that happened to me in the last 6 or 8 months. And what I did is, are you familiar with functional medicine?
Some of it.
Okay. Because what functional medicine is finding the root cause of a disease instead of, just
treating it,
treating the symptoms.
Okay.
Right. Which is what medical doctors do because they've never been, So anyway, nutrition is so important. I had a back problem and a uveitis, which is a precursor to a autoimmune disease. I decided to go on the functional medicine diet, and with 1 week, that uveitis disappeared. In the second week, my back pain left.
See, we've talked about this before. That what we put in is going to help our bodies give back to us. We're getting close to that time where we're going to have to say goodbye, and I know you have so much to offer. So let's give our listeners how they can reach you, how they can get your DVDs and your CDs, and follow you.
Awesome. I have 2 websites, www.myrestorative.yoga.com and www.aginginreverse.net. They can reach me at L, and my last name is Scheele, SCHEELE, at aginginreverse.net. My CD on the meditation, which I sent you, Yoga Nidra by Linda Scheele, is on Amazon and iTunes. It's all over the place. My DVD is on my website.
And they are both wonderful. And tonight I'm going to listen to the CD. Linda, it has been an absolute pleasure. You are a wealth of information, a beautiful person inside and out.
Thank you.
And we thank you for joining us on Preferred Company. Listeners, we encourage you to check her out.